My first duty station was Camp Casey, South Korea. I got there. My company was in the field, so I got in, got unpacked, and went straight to the field. And I was in the field for 2 months with them as we were opposition forces for the training that was going on. So what a great way for a private to just get fully introduced into being a Cav Scout, right? And so that's what I did for 2 months. And you can imagine just in that 2 month period, the types of relationships that I built with the people in my platoon. We come back to base. My platoon sergeant is ETSing. We have a big party, and outside of Camp Casey is a huge area. Just think Mardi Gras, right? Everybody who's anybody in any of the outside bases, if they have some type of weekend pass or something, they're coming to that area of the country to just hang out and fellowship and party. There's a bunch of bars. You already know what I'm talking about. Okay. So we're walking down the road, and a car comes zipping down the road, Daniel, on a road that is not supposed to have cars zipping down it, right? They've been blocked off pedestrian roads by the Korean police from there. Car almost hits us. My battle buddy gets into an argument. 5 guys surround us. One pulls a knife. I take out the guy that pulls the knife because he's in my battle buddy's blind side. 3 of those 5 end up in the hospital. I end up at the main gate with the MPs because 2 of these guys were trying to hold me back, so I couldn't get across the gate at 3 a.m. MPs had to come out and club the guys off of me, take me in, but the Korean police grabbed my battle buddy. So while I'm sitting waiting for my LT, he's at the police station getting a little worn out by the Korean police officers. Long story. Division offered us up because one of the boys of those 3 was the son of a Korean dignitary. Oh, wow. And they offered us up for political reasons to be prosecuted for assault and battery, which was a life sentence in prison, and we had 3 counts. Wow. Daniel, the first 9 months of my service, I was in American uniform, protecting my country, protecting their country, doing my job, going out into the field, doing Op 4, doing all of that. And then one day a month, I'd have to get in my dress greens, go down to Seoul International to the court, and listen to a language that I didn't know about wanting to put me in prison for life. Wow. At the end of the 9 months, the jury found us guilty. Oh. And I'm pretty sure you're a football fan, Daniel.
Yeah.
So have you ever been watching your team and it's the last seconds and the field goal goes up and it goes through the uprights and you're just ecstatic, right? But then everybody realizes there's a flag on the field.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So as this verdict is going up, it's all in Korean. I can't understand anything, but I can understand tone and I have discernment, right? So I'm sitting there and I realize, well, if that side is if the field goal is going through, that's why they're so excited, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to be excited if I'm getting, off or dismissed or no charges. Well, I look over at Olin and I'm like, bro, that's not good. I mean, just in my eyes, like, he was my battle buddy, he was my sniper partner. I mean, there's usually 2 relationships that you can communicate without words. Yeah. It's a relationship like that you develop in the foxhole, and it's usually your spouse, right? You got that communication, you get a look. So, and then immediately the judge starts talking in English, Daniel. And the flag was thrown. What I didn't know is that judges in that judicial system can change a verdict. And so he started talking and he changed the verdict and he banned us from ever coming back to South Korea after we PCS. And so me and Olin actually
huge difference.
Oh my gosh, yes. And you know what? And the day that happened, then because I broke my wrist in that altercation, right? All of that became a training incident. And so I came back stateside. Here's the really bad part, Daniel, and I really haven't even got in. I bet you're thinking like, man, that's a betrayal. That's a moral injury. It's part of it. But it wasn't like the main thing. because what ended up happening when I broke my scaffold, I had to have a cast for 6 months. First, it was up my elbow, so I couldn't twist it right. Then it was here for 2 months. Then it was here for 2 months. And I was always like, hey, just keep my trigger finger loose, doc, do that part. Well, can you imagine the atrophy in my wrist after 6 months in a cast?
Yeah.
This elite calf scout, PT master, push-ups, crazy, all of that. I couldn't even do a push-up. So I was on a profile that whole next year of my service. Because remember, I did 2 years plus training. That whole next year, when I came back to Fort Stewart, I was on a profile, and I had a platoon sergeant that just saw me as a negative blip on his daily sheet, right?
Yeah.
And he began to haze me and give me guard and burn barrels and everything that you could think, which really led me to the point where I didn't even want to be in the Army anymore.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that is a smidget of the type of betrayal that someone experiences when they are sexually assaulted, because usually that's compounding, Daniel. Usually that is heavy PTSD and the moral injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you really have to have an all hands on deck for that. What has been super successful for me and my team is we really come at moral injury through the lens of loss, because loss is the common denominator. It doesn't matter a traumatic experience, loss is connected to it. So there's a grief, right? What did you lose?